Hey folks, and welcome back to a new video about Russian fishing 4. And in this video I am going to teach you the basics of spin fishing. So first up we need a rod. Now this is one, I must actually say the only that you can purchase with your 50 silver that you start with. So we are going to this house over here. This is where they sell all the gear, and what we want, I need to load a bit. So BCE means all, and then the one next to it means showing the rod. So we want a spinning rod. Here we got our telescopics. Here these are the Bolognese, and then over here we have our spinning gear. So you click on the Express Fishing Corona, and here we've got the Corona S60MH, and that will be the one that we are going to purchase. So this one has a casting weight between 10 and 30 gram. It is 1.8 meters long. It has a maximal weight that it can handle 4.5 kilograms, and maximum lure weight in this particular case or bait will be 172 grams. So first up you purchase this one. I already did it, so I'm not gonna purchase another one. Next up obviously we need a reel. So here we go. This reel, Spark 3000S, is what we need. And you just click on it. It has a max test of 3 kilograms, and you can put 135 meters of line on it in total. Then up comes the line. Now, because we are going to do predator fishing, and because this is a spinning rod, I myself prefer to use braided line. Braided line is stronger than monofilament line. It does have less elasticity, but that is actually what we want with these predators, especially when they're doing their head shakes and all that kind of stuff. We want braided line. So there are 3 types of braided that we can choose from. At first, it is a grey colored line, a green colored braided line, and a blue colored braided line. I myself prefer green, but that is just my preference. You can also opt for blue or for grey, but on green, and then you purchase the 10 pound, the smallest one. It costs you 6. So combined with the reel and the rod, so the rod was 19 if I'm correct, yeah, 1950. The reel is 950, so that makes it 19 plus 950, sorry. That makes it 29, and then the line is 6, so that makes it 35 silver. Next up obviously we need a bunch of spinners and spoons. So you can opt for this one. This one goes 4 meter deep, this jerk, or this crank I should say, plug. But I myself prefer to fish first with spinners and spoons, and the reason for that is with these small ones we're not hitting the immediate monsters. So what I did was I went here. First up, the tiny spoon, I purchased this one, but for starters I actually went with the number 11, the silver one. That is the one that I started with. And then now I currently also have this green one, and I've got this red one. Just go with whatever you fancy, but I do know that this silver one landed me quite a lot of fish in the beginning. So the tiny spoon 11 is what I went. And then here we have spinners, and again a whole variety of colors. I went with this one. It's the colors of the Dutch flag, so that is I felt a bit patriotic, so to say. I also have this one, and this one didn't work all that good for me. I actually caught more fish on the silver spoon than I caught on this one. But I think it just had to do with me not using it properly. And maybe the wrong color during the wrong type of weather. I think that was it. So, general sort of rule of thumb: get something for the bright, shiny days, which would be a bright color. This one actually worked pretty good under cloudy circumstances, and this one worked very good for me on the sunny days. And let's see, I think. This one was a bit better. Actually, this one was a bit better for the bit darker days. Just pick one or two that you like. You can see the cost is not that high, 180, and here it is actually 140 for the spoons. Just get one or two, and then you are good to go. So adding that up, you'll come to roughly 40 silver now in total. Now obviously we do not need hooks. We do not need any of these at the moment. We do need a steel leader, and I went with the first and the most cheapest one, steel leader of 1.20. And then that is not what we need, but this I do want to show you guys. If you have some extra money left, or once you got the spinning rod assembled and you want to know what to do next, my advice would be grind money and purchase this baby. If you got no idea what I'm talking about, why I'm saying that, please go watch the small video Fish versus Lady or Lady versus Fish on my YouTube, and you will understand. Because we are now going to get going to catch a whole bunch of fish, but there will also be big ones. In order to land those, you are required to have a landing net. It's not so much for breaking your line, it's just that some fish, or all fish at a certain amount of level weight, you can no longer hand pick them up. You are required to grab to have a landing net available to you. So my advice, get your spinning rod, put money in that, then go grind that 27.50 and purchase this one. That is the next thing that in my perspective is what you need, what you most certainly need. So that the moment you do hook, say for instance a pike that is 2 kilograms, you will actually be able to land it, because it doesn't matter, even if the fish is on the shore, you will still not be able to pick it up. You will need this baby. Alright, so now that you have it, let's assemble it. Now I have it already over here. I'm going to put everything off, so we'll put it on again, step by step. First warning though, this button, BL6POC mirrored and TB, that actually means discard. And if you press that button, what will happen is you will actually throw it away, and there's no way, no means of getting it back. So do not touch that button, do not touch it. This button means getting everything that is on the rod off and put it back into your inventory, and then this one means equip. So we are going to set it up. So we got our rod over here, then we put a reel on it, like so. Then we get our line, 10 pound, braid it. We put our steel leader on it. Now you are not required to use a steel leader. I myself do use it because I simply do not want to risk a chance that we got a big perch or we got a big pike and it chews through our line. And then we pick our spoon or spinner of our liking. I'm going with the tiny spoon in this case, and we press equip, and then here we have our rod. So let's go to a place where we can do some fishing. So there are multiple places all over this map where we can actually fish. One of the very first and most easiest to access is this one. So we'll equip our rod. Now if you press R, keep it pressed, you can see that this round button appears with the number 16 in it. That is actually our reel in speed. I myself prefer to fish between 10 and 15 reel in speed. I'm going to up with 10 now for the moment. To make it go up and down, so keep R pressed and scroll your mouse wheel. We'll say at 10. There we go. So that is the reel in speed. Now we need to adjust the drag, and for that you only scroll your mouse wheel up and down. Now I myself prefer a drag from, so between 8 and 10. Then next up, obviously we need to cast out. You could just press your left mouse button, but if you want to cast out with force, you actually hold the shift and then click left mouse button, or you keep your left mouse button pressed until the circle is completely in yellow and you get actually this 122. That is what we get. So we are casting out like so. To close the bill, click the left mouse button again. There it's closed. You can open it by pressing enter. We'll close it down. And now we can do different types of retrieval actually. You can start just reeling slowly in. Just keep your left mouse button pressed. You could also do manually, a bit like this. So you just move your mouse slightly up and down. That will make it wobble a bit. And what you can do is you can just make one entire rotation and you release the left mouse button and you wait. And then you roll it again. So those are 3 simple techniques that we can do, and here we got a fish on. So immediately you increase your drag, you can hear that it is taking line. You can hear the reel screeching. So you can actually increase drag, and we wait until the fish tires. Ooh, and we almost lost it there. It is taking line, so we wait again. Currently in game you cannot get spooled, so do not worry about it at the moment. And this fish definitely fighting good. Now once the bar, currently you can see that the indicator bar at the bottom is in yellow going towards orange. That means there is quite a lot of stress on the rod, but not enough to break it. Now we do see that this orange appears. That means that we are actually now starting to burn our reel. It heats up too much. That is due to this fish fighting. We caught a monster over here. Once the indication bar goes into red, you are screwed. You will lose. More likely it will snap the line. It could also, if you put too heavy of a line on it, you could also be able to not snap the line but actually break your reel or your rod. So that is why I went with the 10-pound line and not put anything bigger on it. Now we are reeling in. Still need to watch out for that it is making his head shakes and tries to shake itself off, so you do need to put tension on it. Now if you need to reel in faster, when you're reeling in, left mouse button pressed, press shift. There you see, now we are reeling it in faster, but it also puts extra tension on your rod. So now let's see what we get over here. He is fighting. Here it comes. Let's see. So we got a big one, and the moment that my rod lifts itself up, we press spacebar. So now are we going to press spacebar? We get our landings net out, and there we have it. A 1.2 kilogram pike. I actually figured it was a bit bigger, but no, this one is only 1.2 kilogram. Still, it fought like crazy. And I like it a lot. I like this this type of fishing. So that is our catch of today. Now before you cast out again, do not forget to reset the drag onto 8. Another important thing is obviously, let's take our equipment away, is obviously the skill tree. So to open it up, you can press O like this, or you can press escape. That leads to the main menu, and then you click this nice schooler's hat. There we go. So this is bobber fishing, and then here we have spin fishing. And this is feeder fishing, and these I'll cover later on. This obviously for us is very important. So every time you hook a fish on your spinning rod, your skill in spin fishing will be increased by 0.2%. So that's why here we've got 7.7% already. Now if you click on it, here we have the skill tree. You can see that we are 3 unlocked. I already put a point in that one and a point in that one, by the way. And the rest is locked so far. Later on I'll go more into detail about this, but this here says that you need to have a 25% in skill here in spin fishing before this one unlocks. So what do we have here? The first is how you handle your rod. So that is this one. If you put a point in it, the first one will be 5%. If you put another point in it, it will be 10%, and then the next one unlocks. So my advice is put a point in this one, at least 1 point, so you have a 5% increased skill in how you handle your rod. Then next up, this one, and this is what I recommend to put most points in it. This is actually casting out further by 5% and increase your aiming skills by 3%. So you'll aim be more precise and you can cast out further. Make sure to put a couple of points in this one as well. By the way, points is what you gather every time you level up. So every time you level up, you get 1 point. And then this one specifically is the usage of spoons and spinners. So that is what I am now going to put my final point in this baby. And this is how you handle it. All right, so that is basically this over here, our skill tree. These are the very basics of spin fishing. Later on, I'll go more into depth about how to, for instance, spin fish with multiple rods, how to do certain types of rigs, because there are different methods for your tackle. We could drop shot at some point. We can do jerk baiting. We can even troll and heavy jerking. All that will be covered later on in the videos. Not anytime very near soon, because first I'm busy making the very basic tutorials covering it. But for now, this is definitely going to help you. So to recap in short, once you've made up your mind that you want to become a spin fishing fisherman, go to the store, purchase that what we purchase here in this video. Put your skill points in the spin fishing. If you have a couple left, I would advise to at least put 1 or 2 here in bobber fishing. That definitely helps out, because you can spin fish and then you can have your bobber rod, use it next to it. So you can actually fish with multiple rods at the same time. But once you have the gear and you put the points in it, then save up. Go catch those fish and save up for the landing net. That is very important. And then after that point, what you could do is save up for a second spinning rod, or a second better spinning rod. So you can actually have 2, and then you can, for instance, take the boat and start to do some trolling. But like I said, we'll do all that stuff later on. For now, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Oh yes, one more thing that I'm forgetting. I actually stream this game on work days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. I stream this game on my Twitch channel. Now, I've met one of the developers and he has agreed to do a weekly Q&A with me. The next Q&A, live Q&A about Russian fishing, is actually coming Thursday, next Thursday, 6th of July, starting at 10 PM GMT +1. So if you have any questions about the game, by all means drop by and ask them in there. Now if you can't make it next Thursday, the week after it he'll be with me again, and the week after that, and so forth and so on. So feel free to hop by anytime. If you want to have an answer immediately, put your questions below this video and I'll try to answer them. If I can't, I'll take the questions to Gene, he's the developer, and I'll have him answer it, and then I'll come back to you as soon as I've got the answers. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you back next time again. And do not forget to follow, and do not forget to like this video. Bye bye guys!